In this model, we'll be looking at how to use vocabulary strategies. Specifically, if you don't know the word, try using it in a sentence that sounds correct. In other words, put it in context. Ask yourself, have I heard it before? How was it used? What were they saying? Now see if you can find an answer choice with a similar meaning. Let's apply the strategy to this test question. Although the storm outside was ferocious, Nate left the comfort of the cabin and trudged toward home. The question is, which word best matches the connotative meaning of ferocious as it is used in this sentence? First, we should probably talk about the word connotative. Connotation is an idea or feeling that a word invokes, in addition to its literal or primary meaning. In other words, it's the associations that you have with a word, the things you think about when you hear a word, even though those things might not be part of the dictionary definition. To get at the connotation of these words, let's think about the context in which they're usually used. Barbaric is often used to describe a behavior, particularly the behavior of members of a certain society or culture. Basically, the way the people in a group treat one another. Inhuman is also used to describe behavior, but it might be used to describe the behavior of a person or a monster, an alien, some kind of creature that's not human. Intense has wide-ranging meanings. It could be used to describe all kinds of things. I'll just put various to indicate that. And untamed is usually used to describe either an animal or a landscape. You could talk about an untamed wilderness, like a forested area that has no man-made structures in it, that's very wild. Once we have figured out the connotation and the context in which each of these words can be used, we can eliminate the ones that could not apply to a storm, because that's what's being described by the word ferocious in this sentence. Do we talk about a storm as a part of a society or culture? Not usually. Do we talk about a storm as a person, monster, or alien being? Not usually. Do we talk about a storm as being intense? There are various meanings of intense, and so that's still in the running to be our answer. Do we talk about a storm as an animal or a landscape? Not usually. By eliminating all of the other connotations and contexts, we're left with the word intense. This item also points to a general strategy for test taking, which is when one of your answers is more general, more broad, or more generic than the other answer choices, it's often the correct answer. In other words, here we had 3 answer choices that were very specific, talking about a culture, a monster, or an animal. Whereas this item was very general. It could apply to many different things. And so chances are that that's going to be the correct answer.